Good morning, everybody. Rick Steele here with another sports pick for you here on the YouTube channel. Week 16 in the NFL as we head down the home stretch. Well, 9-6 on the year to date with the YouTube NFL picks. So 60% win percentage, obviously a small sample size. We lost last Thursday night on the YouTube pick with the San Francisco 49ers. However, for the weekend, we went one-on-one, as on Sunday we had the New York Jets to win and cover as they did. So what I'd highly recommend to you is to check out the description section of this video. If you'd like to bet what I bet on a daily basis all year long, you follow me on the betstamp app. Every time I place a bet, I will log it into the app and it will tell you exactly what I'm betting, when I bet it, at the line that I bet it at. Totally transparent and an independent source of valuation for the bets and the records. So highly encourage you to do so in that regard. The bet that I'll be making and isolating for value and breaking it down for you in one brief moment in the NFL this particular weekend will be a 4:25 p.m. Eastern kickoff. It will be the Las Vegas Raiders over the Jacksonville Jaguars. The current line widely available, -1, -109 with the Raiders. I priced this game out actually at 3. We're basically having to win the game outright to win and cover and cash our ticket. So we're going to be playing the Raiders. And again, as I mentioned, I'll break it down for you in one brief moment. But a couple of points to cover prior. You know, the higher profile games, obviously this is not one of them. But when you win, the money is exactly the same, right? So who cares? I always mention that as we head to the Super Bowl game as well. A college basketball game in mid-December on a Thursday night pays you the same amount as if you made the winning bet on the Super Bowl side. So keep that in mind as you're looking for value. That's all that's important. In other words, discovering what you've priced a game out at as far as comparing it to what the sports books have priced it out at. This is definitely not a game that's high profile. We got two teams that are competing that from a management standpoint are tanking. They actually are hoping to lose the game to get a better draft pick. You'll hear narratives like this down the stretch as we head that way in all sports, particularly in football. But keep in mind, yes, management, coaching staffs, they're all looking longer term, especially when you've had terrible seasons like Jacksonville and also the Raiders. But the players are playing for money. They're playing for next year's contracts. There's no quit in these professionals, and they're out there to win. So keep that in mind as you're handicapping and isolating games down the stretch. When I am producing these videos, spending the time and money in doing so, all that I ever ask for in return, my picks are always free. They always will be free. They're transparent. And as mentioned, if you'd like to follow them on a daily basis, in the description section of this video, there is a link to follow me on the Betstamp app. There you'll follow me and my picks will go straight to your phone when I bet them at whatever line that I bet them at. So I would thank you if you could support the YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. And I do, again, thank you in advance for that support. Never pay for picks. I never recommend you pay for picks. My picks will always be free and keeping it transparent and independently tracked at the same time. We also know that it's important to have many funded sports books available to line shop and get the best prices available. And on that note, what I do and where I am present, I'm in a regulated place where the sports books are totally legal, and I have many accounts at my discretion to line shop. But I also deal offshore with Bookmaker. I find them to be very reputable. My money is safe. When you win, you will get paid. I've dealt with them for many years, and I highly recommend that you do so as well. So if you'd like to open up an account there, again, you'll find a link in the description section of the video. Click on the link. It will take you to their website where you will also discover some excellent sign-up bonuses that will be available when you open up a new account as well. Okay, without further ado, let's go along and break down further the game that I've chosen with the Raiders at -1, -109 to move our record hopefully past the 60% win percentage situation. Again, not a high-profile game as I mentioned before, but let's break it down. We know with all likelihood that the coaching staff for the Jaguars is toast. Peterson and his staff is going to be on the way out. Now, no, that doesn't necessarily translate to the Raiders. Pierce isn't going anywhere, but he is a horrible coach. And despite that, we're still finding value on the Raiders. Let's look at the Raiders. They played Monday night, was very competitive with Ritter as quarterback. Very conservative game planning, which Pierce has a tendency to do. But I was pleasantly surprised at how well that the defense played. On the other side, we did fade the Jaguars in their 32nd ranked defense. Jones played okay against the Jets. We were a little bit fortunate to end up winning and covering that game as we faded the Jaguars. But now they head out on the road, again, with a horrible defense, worst statistically in the NFL, and worst against the pass. So I am expecting an especially big game from Bowers for the Raiders. And all indications look like that O'Connell will be back at quarterback for the Raiders, which is a step up, obviously, as well in relation to Ritter at the helm. So again, to summarize, one of the bets that I'll be making on this upcoming busy weekend will be a 4:25 p.m. kickoff time, the Las Vegas Raiders over the Jacksonville Jaguars, line to remind you, -1, -109. Again, hit that subscribe button on the way out so you never miss another upload of video here at PSH Sports Picks on the YouTube channel. If I could be of any help to you, you can shoot me any questions across social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My handle is @RickSteele99. May all the winners this weekend be yours.